So what do you do if a seller, you get an inspection and they just look at it and be like, oh, I hope this buyer's not asking for any repairs. I refuse to do anything. How do you try to minimize that damage?
Really, I mean, I always try to negotiate right up front when I'm taking on the listing. You already said this as far as making sure you're calling this out, but I feel like if I don't call anything out, or if I just try to go in there and blow smoke and say, oh, everything's hunky dory, like I'm giving false expectation and false hope. So really, when something later on arises, like and it falls through or something happens, I think it's my fault at that point. So I try to call as much as I can out up front. And I also ask the sellers, how much are you earmarking, or how much do we need to earmark in our estimate of cost here, to make sure that we have these different cost covers in negotiations and whatnot. And a lot of times people are so fixated on just the top number of what you're going to put it up for sale. But I make sure that I have that in there. So then, I try to get these repairs or not the repairs, but estimates together. And so I can see if I'm going to be able to meet that inside of that line item that we already earmarked out and say, great news. This actually came in less than what we already earmarked. So we're already ahead of the game from where we actually started at. So I think it's just almost reverse engineering it a little bit and preparing the seller that they know that they're going to pay for something. And I also don't want them to spin out of control and just hand them over, a 100-page report or however many pages and read through it and be like, I'm not doing anything. So I try to do some damage control, if you will, up front.